Time for Super Heat B for X30 Senior. Let's take you through the 20 strong grid who will compete over the next 12 minutes plus an additional lap. Pole position is going to be the 299 of Devon Hagelen. Alongside will be the 236 of Matthias van der Kerkhoff. Luca Müller and Mathis Marchal to round out the top two rows, with Tristan Kroon and Sam van der Heyden rounding out the top 3 rows. Luca Montebello, Marcus Gloom, Roxanne Lantinga and Charlie Gloom round out the top 10. Zino Falca, Kevin Barker, Raffaele Santocono, Jori Schoens and Rafael Linders round out the top 15 drivers. Completing the 20-strong grid will be Rafael Boulard, Gaspar Delbar, Kaz Oudhaus, Jesse Polderdijk and Leon Lambrecht. So the drivers now head onto their formation lap ahead of 12 minutes plus 1 lap of racing. After this, we'll have KZ2, KZ2 Masters and X30 Super Shifters, which will bring us nicely to the lunch break and also towards the drivers' presentation that we will have officially. It's now down to Devon Hagelen and Matthias van der Kerkhoff to control the pace. Fusion Motorsport and Victory Lane occupy the front row. Into the tram lines as we go. Revs up. And it's going to be another formation lap. Dave Ritson not happy. Our race director saying you're going round for another lap. So it was not race director Dave Ritson not entirely happy with the formation for the drivers, and instantly said, right, you're going around for another formation lap. And if we do have a second full start, instantly the red flag situation will be called, and the drivers will then be asked to go to the start-finish straight onto the grid. So red lights ignited on the gantry once again ahead of 12 minutes plus an additional lap for X30 Senior, Super Heat B. Revs up, lights on, lights are out. We're underway for the second time of asking, as Matthias van der Kerkhoff keeps out of harm's way by staying around the outside towards the back bumper of Devon Hagelen. And looks like Mathis Marchal, I think, might have just gotten up into third place, the 250 from KCR Racing, as the field makes out its way out of turn number 3 for the first time of asking. Bit of a scramble as Devon Hagelen struggling a little bit as they go into Chemin de Fer. One's gone exit stage left off of the approach into Chemin de Fer, and that was the 3:08. We have got a car off the circuit, and that's at Marshall Post 2. That's Raphael Boulard, I'm afraid, on the Charles Leclerc chassis. The driver from DGM Racing out on what was effectively the opening lap, as Matthias van der Kerkhoff leads after the opening lap. It's Sam van der Heyden that is second, with Devon Haglen followed by Tristan Kroon. Charlie Gloom up 5 places. The Belgian now up into P5 from 10th on the grid. Matthias Merschelt has dropped 2 places in the meantime. He's ahead of Roxanne Lantinga, and she's ahead of Kevin Barker, Marcus Gloom, and Luca Montebello, who ran at the top 10 at the moment. So down to 19 runners and riders we go. Luca Moulin has been the one that has lost big time. Started on the inside of row number 2 and is all the way down in 19th place. Van der Kerkhoff lighting up the timesheets purple at the moment. And last time round put in a 58.490, has gone nearly 2 tenths quicker than Sam van der Heyden in the opening sector, and has gone purple again across the board. 56.543. Tristan Kroon in the meantime has got past on Devon Haglen from Fusion Motorsport in the 2.99. Haglen being chased down by Charlie Gloom and Matthias Merschelt. And side by side, a little bit further back between the 2.55 of Kevin Barker, and I think it was also Marcus Gloom who was alongside on the inside into the run into turn number 4. Meantime, Devon Haglen has not just lost 1 place, but has lost double that. So Charlie Gloom and Matthias Merschelt now round out the top 5 overall. Matthias van der Kerkhoff trying to pull away, and he's got a gap that is currently, was nearly 1.4 seconds. Looks like it's going to be more than 1.6 this time around. And he crosses the line. 1.65. Merschelt dives up the inside. That was a neat move by the 250 from KCR Racing through on Charlie Gloom. Devon Haglen's fighting his way back into things. And more to the point, there could be a little bit of a surprise in the offing. Devon Haglen, one of the other race winners. So far this weekend, we've had Kevin Lantinga, Matthias van der Kerkhoff, Devon Haglen, and now we add Alessandro Tudisca to that list. Eight and a quarter minutes plus an additional lap still remaining in this particular race. And we have one more still to go before we go into the finals. Raffaele Santacono is the fastest driver overall in this race in sector number 2. But Matthias van der Kerkhoff trying to do his level best. Charlie Gloom coming under fire from Devon Haglen. Whereas Matthias Merschelt trying to put the fronters on. Tristan Kroon heading into Chemin de Fer. Here on lap number 5. Merschelt, last time around was 1.5 tenths of a tenth and a half of a second quicker than the driver in front, and now is really giving chase. Through to the final right-hander. This is the opportunity for Merschelt to get the slipstream from Tristan Kroon from Falcon Racing. And now Merschelt dives to the inside. Through he goes. That's P3. So Merschelt, in terms of the total places gained, I think has been the biggest mover up the order. Had a difficult qualifying session on Friday after lunch and went straight on at turn 4 due to a brake failure. And that curtailed his qualifying session. But he's more than made up for it. Marcus Gloom has just been given a 5-second time penalty post-race for causing a collision. And with the way things are now, that's not great for Charlie Gloom. And that'll put him down to around 13th position with that 5-second time penalty if the race was to be concluded at this point in time. Van der Kerkhoff leads the way. Van der Heyden and Meerschaert round out the top three. Devon Hagelin gets through on Charlie Gloom this time at turn one. So Hagelin up to P5. And then Charlie joined by Marcus Gloom. And then Luca Montebello. Roxanne Lantinga is not that far away. She's currently running 9th and is about 0.6 of a second away from Montebello. Raffaele Santocono completes the top 10 and is a further 1.2 seconds behind the 224, who represents the Netherlands. So the remaining 19 drivers out of 20 starters are still circulating. And Bulau, well, that could mean a unfortunate early end for the 205's run in this competition. As with the final, it will be the top 36 that will go through, and 41 drivers will then be whittled down by 5. Zeno Falke getting very much aggressive in a battle with, looks like Kevin Barker and Raphael Leenders. That's the battle over 11th on the road. But Matthias van der Kerkhoff leading the way. Looking at the sector times as once again Marcus Gloom, well no, Charlie Gloom is finding himself once again behind Devon Hagelin. As the drivers make their way through the right-hander and then go up the hill once again. So Van der Kerkhoff leads by 2.8 seconds from Sven van der Heyden. Mathis Meerschaert. Marcus Gloom now ahead of Devon Hagelin, who kept ahead of Charlie Gloom this time. Tristan Kroon rounds out the top 4. Marcus Gloom in 5th. Devon Hagelin, Charlie Gloom, Luca Montebello, Roxanne Lantinga, Raffaele Santocono, Raphael Leenders, Kevin Barker, Zeno Falke, Luca Mulau, Joris Schoens, Jesse Polderdijk, Leon Lambrecht, Gaspar Delbar and Kaz Otthaus round out the 19 drivers, all still running on the same lap, so they're covered by 15.3 seconds. So just over 3.5 minutes remain, plus the additional lap on this race. Running slightly behind schedule at the moment, just due to a couple of delays. There's a dive up the inside. That was on, I think it was trying to see who that is at the back end of that train. That was Zeno Falke. So that's Raphael Leenders, 366, that's just been passed by Kevin Bakker and Zeno Falke at the same time. Luca Montebello still keeping with Charlie Gloom, as that is the battle for 7th position. Linus Stone, of course, running under the same umbrella, under the RSD karting colours. But with 2.5 minutes to go, Mathis Meerschaert has started picking up the pace and is closing in on Sven van der Heyden, his teammate. And Meerschaert actually set the fastest lap of the race, went 0.3 quicker than his teammate, and has gone quicker again in sector number 1. Meerschaert is the quickest out of the top 3. As we still have a little bit of battling happening here between Charlie Gloom and Luca Montebello, coming down to what will be the last 3 laps, total of 14 laps set to take place. Final later on at 3:30. Well, barring how much the delay truncates the lunch break and the driver's presentation. due to start at 3:35 p.m. local time. And that was very, very close. Luca Moulard going sideways into turn 3 whilst trying to throw one up the inside of Zino Falca. And Luca Moulard, the Belgian, running under victory lane, went very sideways and it lost all that respective momentum. So, on to our penultimate lap, and more to the point, well, things are getting really, really close between the two KCR Racing teammates in second and third. Matthias van der Kerkhoff from Victory Lane has pretty much got this sewn up. He's 2.3 seconds up the road from Sam van der Heyden. Matthias Mersholt in P3, and I think might have just gotten ahead. I'll wait to see what happens when we have the timing being broken in sector 1, which is halfway, well, on the exit approach of Escargot, the far part of the circuit. So, yeah, Matthias Mersholt is still behind Sam van der Heyden, but of course, one of the things that I talked about multiple times yesterday was mechanical sympathy. Matthias van der Kerkhoff sees the final lap board, as do the KCR Racing teammates of van der Heyden and Mersholt. Tristan Kroon in fourth, Marcus Gloom, Devon Hagland, Charlie Gloom, Luca Montebello, Roxanne Lantinga and Raffaele Santacono round out the top 10. And now Matthias Mersholt is looking for an opportunity to see if he can get through. Maybe grab second at the dying moments of this race. It could be a KCR drag race coming out of the final right-hander. But dramas behind. Tristan Kroon being pressurised by Devon Hagland, who was ahead by a whisker for a moment. But through into the exit of Escargot for the final time here on lap number 14. Matthias van der Kerkhoff started from the outside of the front row as Devon Hagland started to struggle. The 236 from Victory Lane will pick up the win here in Superheat B for X30 Senior. Second and third will go the way of KCR Racing. Sam van der Heyden and Matthias Mersholt round out the top 3. Mersholt with the fastest lap of the race. Tristan Kroon and Devon Hagland round out the top 5. Marcus Gloom is going to get a 5-second time penalty that promotes Luca Montebello to 6th place. Charlie Gloom, Roxanne Lantinga, Raffaele Santacono and Marcus Gloom in the amended results rounds out the top 10. Kevin Bakker, Raphael Linders, Zino Falca, Leon Lambrecht, Jesse Polderdijk, Gazod Haus, Gaspar Delbar and Jori Schoens round out the 18 finishers. And on lap number 13, we lost Luca Moulard with Rafael Boulard out by turn 3 on the opening lap. But van der Kerkhoff takes his 3rd win of the weekend and puts himself in prime position to go for the glory in the final later on this afternoon.